y'all, it's your girl Niche and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I just wanted to talk about how I lost weight. A lot of people have been asking me how I lost weight, what I did, how much I weighed before I got to where I am now. So I just wanted to inform y'all and see if y'all can get some tips from this video because it really helped me. And I feel like it's an easy thing to follow what I did. And I did it healthy, the healthy way. Let's go ahead and get into this video. So first we're gonna start off with how I gained weight. I'm gonna add some before and after pictures. This is before and this is after. For my entire life, I always kind of been like a little chubby, like a little bit on the chubby side. In my opinion, I was chubby like a little bit. But as I got older, once I got to like 9th grade, I lost a whole lot of weight. The summer before 9th grade, I lost a lot of weight. That's the skinniest I've ever been. I was hella tiny. I was almost 120 something pounds. I was like almost in the 120s. I think I was like 130, 129, something like that. So, but the way I lost weight was I was barely eating. I didn't lose weight healthily. I just wasn't eating. I would literally sit at the computer all day and play The Sims and probably eat a Pop-Tart and some noodles. So that whole summer, I barely ate. I went back to school. I was skinny as could be. And if I could find a picture, I'll put it up here. But anyways, so all of 9th grade, I was skinny. 10th grade came along. I kind of gained a little weight, but I was still kind of small. The summer before 11th grade, I had gained a bunch of weight. I went from like 130 something to 160 something. School, once I got on that scale at the doctor and seen I was like 160 something, I was like, something got to give, because that's the biggest I've ever been at that point. So once I seen that, I was like, oh no, baby, school coming. I gotta shake this weight. I did what I did before the first time. I lost weight in an unhealthy way. I barely ate once again. So I lost weight hella fast. And when school started, I went from being 160 something, like 167, to being like 140 something. I think I was like 148 or 150, something like that. But I know I had lost a lot of weight before school started. So my weight just kind of kept going up and down, up and down, up and down. And my senior year, I started off like medium size, like in the 140s. I remember I was like 145 for senior year. And then like towards the end, I started gaining my little weight. And during the summer, I had gained weight because I stopped watching women. I sound really illiterate right here. I was trying to say ate. I didn't care what I ate. I didn't care what I eat. What helped me stay in shape my senior year was the fact that I was a cheerleader, so I was active. But baby, once all that stopped, all my weight came back. And my weight would come back so fast. Like, my weight was so up and down because every time I would lose weight, I would lose it by not eating. And as soon as you go back to eating normal, then all the weight come back and even more. It comes back even more. So the faster you lose weight, the faster you'll gain it back. And at that time, I didn't know it. I was just a dumb little teenager just trying to be skinny. So I was just doing whatever to lose weight. I do not recommend. Do not starve yourself to lose weight, boo, because you will gain it all back. I'm telling you. I don't care what nobody tell you. Do not do it. I didn't experience it too many times to know that the faster you lose weight, and if you do it in an unhealthy way and think you're going to go back to eating regular as soon as you get that little weight off, it's going to come right back. So, I want to say around 2020, I had lost some weight, but it wasn't much. Like, I was still a little, after COVID, I was a little, like I had a cute little shape, cute little body. But, once like 2021 rolled around, I started getting big again. Like, I was working at Walmart and every day every day I was eating Subway, footlongs, and then I lived in a city. I went from living in the country to living in the city around all these food places. Like, my apartment was right in the middle of a bunch of fast food places, so I was surrounded by all these different food and all these different restaurants. And then I had a man that was taking me everywhere to eat. So I gained so much weight without even realizing. Y'all, that's the biggest I've ever been in my lifetime, and I hadn't even realized that I had gained so much weight until it was too late. Like, by the time I realized I gained weight, I was as big as a house. Like, I was in the 200s. That's the biggest I've ever been. And 200 looks different on everybody. Like, every weight does not look the same on everybody. It depends on your height. It's a factor of things, how you carry weight. So, baby, once I hit them 200s, I was looking a mess. And I didn't even know. Yeah, I had noticed, like, my jeans and stuff, they was getting a little tight. Like, in 9th grade, I wore a size 5. And at this point, I was at a size 11. And even an 11 was feeling a little tight. So I was, you know, forcing it with the jeans. I would look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm getting thick. Like, I'm thick. Oh, I'm so thick. This that grown woman way. Yes, I look so good. Lies. Lies, lies, lies. Yeah, and this all came from eating fast food every day. Like I said, on my lunch break at Walmart, eating Subway every single day, the footlongs, come home, get some McDonald's, you know. I was just eating. Eating. And nobody was telling me anything. Nobody was like, oh, Nisha, you getting big. Nobody was saying nothing to me. And I thought I looked good. I thought I looked fine. So it had got to the point where, like, I would visit family members. I remember I visited one of my family members. And it was like, how's the baby? And I was like, what baby? What baby? Who got a baby? And it was like, you know, how's the baby? Like, aren't you pregnant? Y'all, at the time, I didn't realize I was getting fat. So when they said that, I was like, oh, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, as flat as this stomach is, I'm not pregnant. I didn't realize I was big at that point, but that's how big I was. So I was like, there's no baby. I'm not pregnant. My stomach is flat. Who told you I was pregnant? A girl I used to work with at the Walmart. Mind you, when I first started working at Walmart, I was thin. So I had quit Walmart by then, and I was just posting on Instagram. She had seen me, and she texted me, and she was like, you pregnant? And I was like, no, girl, I'm not pregnant. Didn't even realize then. That should have been this is the second time somebody has told me that I'm pregnant or thought that I was pregnant, and it still did not click in my head that I was getting fat. So I was like, no, girl, I'm not pregnant. Like, what you talking about? Now, what finally clicked in my head that I was fat was when I dropped my sister off. And her mama is blunt. They are some blunt people. So I dropped my sister off, and she hadn't seen me in a long time. So I had dropped my sister off, and she was like, dang, Nisha. She could only see my face. She was like, dang, Nisha, you better slow down. I was like, what you mean? She was like, girl, your face getting all big. Y'all. That whole way home, I cried, y'all. I got home, and I looked at myself. I took a long stare at myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am big. Like, my face. If I gain weight, the first place you gonna notice it is my face. My face was so big. I naturally have a slender face. So my face was huge. I'm gonna put some pictures of my face. My face was on 10. Then I looked at the rest of my body, and like from then on, I got really uncomfortable with my body because I had noticed how much weight I gained. So like when I would take a shower, I wouldn't look in the mirror. I would go in my room and put my clothes on and then come back. And it was sad. Like, it's a little hurtful talking about this because I know how I felt about myself at the time. Like, I was so confident. I didn't have any confidence. I've never been that big in my life. Like, ooh, y'all, I have never been that big in my life. Like, the realization, my stomach would hang over my pants. Like, literally, I would wear tights. I would have a pouch. It was crazy. Y'all go see pictures. Y'all go see pictures. I would look back at group photos and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. Like, and it got to the point where I would start running from pictures. Like, I did not want to take group pictures. I still be having a problem with taking group pictures to this day, even though I have lost weight and I'm slim. But like, it's just that traumatized me. Me being that big traumatized me. And when other people take pictures of you, you look even bigger. But anyways, so yeah, from that day forward, I was like, oh hell no, I look like a Hummer truck. I gotta lose weight. So I started losing weight after that. But I was losing it slow, because even though I wanted to lose weight, I wasn't going about it the right way. I was about to start going about it how I would when I was in high school, not eating. So I started eating like barely. And when I would eat, it would be healthy stuff. So I would lose weight, but it would come right back. And then I just started eating, I would eat and it would still be junk food, but it would be in portions. I would start counting my calories. That's the perfect way to lose weight, is count your calories. I cannot stress this enough. Just put yourself in a calorie deficient. So a calorie deficit. Put yourself in a calorie deficit and you'll definitely lose weight. So I started losing weight very slowly. Like, I got this size within a span of 2 years. So I started losing weight like slowly but surely. I remember I went to a party and I was serving food and I was still big, but I had lost weight. And my mama friend was like, oh, okay, Nisha, I see you losing weight. Like, y'all didn't tell me nothing. The camera had stopped. But anyways, I was like, y'all ain't tell me nothing about me gaining weight, but I'm glad to hear that I'm losing weight. So I started doing that. And I probably got to, I was like 200 something, y'all. 200 something pounds. I'm not even lying. But anyways, I had slimmed down a little bit. So I'll put a picture of how I looked like at the end of 2021. I had lost a good little size, from May of 2021 to the end of 2021. I had lost some weight, y'all. And I was feeling myself. So once February rolled around, I started losing weight even more serious. I was like, okay, boo. I was weighing around like 170 at this point. Like, I was like, okay, 170, 180 around this point. So I was like, okay, I want to lose more weight. So my goal weight at this point was to be 155 pounds. So I started taking myself more serious. I started going to the gym and doing a little cardio, but mostly I would focus on lifting weights. And I built a lot of muscle. I'll have pictures of how I look. Like, I was even getting a little booty, y'all. I ain't never had no booty. I'll put some pictures of how I looked. But I was eating in my calorie deficit of 1,200. But once I started going to the gym, I started getting hungry, like even more hungry. When I would leave the gym, I would be so hungry. I was like, oh no, these 1,200s ain't gonna do it. So I raised my calorie deficient up to 1,400. In the gym, I was in the gym for about 2 to 3 months, eating in the calorie deficit. And I lost I went from like 180 to, I want to say 159. So I was looking good, I'll put some pictures of how I looked once I stopped going to the gym. So I stopped going to the gym for personal reasons. And then after that, I thought I was going to, stop losing weight because I wasn't going to the gym no more. But since I wasn't going to the gym no more, I dropped my calorie limit back to 1,200. So once I dropped my calorie limit to 1,200, the pounds was just melting off. Like, it seemed like I was losing weight even faster since I had stopped going to the gym. So now I was looking like this. You know, I was looking like, remember I got on the scale and I was like 153 for around my birthday. I had weighed 153 pounds, and I'm gonna put a picture of how I looked for my birthday at 153 pounds. And I'm tall, I'm like 5'6", so 153 on me doesn't look like 153. So when people would see me, they'd be like, oh, you so small, like how much you weigh? Like 120? No, I do not weigh 120. I feel like if I weighed 120, I would look like a skeleton. Yeah, I got to 150 pounds, and 153 pounds, and I was feeling myself, and I was satisfied being 153 pounds, but I was still eating in a calorie deficit. And at this point of me eating in a calorie deficit after my birthday, I wasn't as strict about it. I was still eating healthy. I was only eating healthy foods. All my snacks would be healthy. Like, I had the healthiness down to a T, boo. It would be rare occasions. It'll probably be a weekend where I would go out and splurge, but the next day I would be right back on it. A little bit after that, I didn't eat as healthy as I was, but I didn't eat horrible. So I was still losing weight, but at this point, it wasn't like, oh, I need to lose weight. Like, that wasn't instilled in my head like it was at the beginning of my weight loss journey. I was just doing me, you know? As long as I ain't get back to my regular size, my other size, the humongous size, then I was good. But yeah, I was still losing weight. Like, it would be months I would go, well, weeks I would go without getting on a scale, and then I would get on a scale, and I went from being 153 to being 146, and I was still eating in a calorie deficit. But like I said, I wasn't going as hard. At this point, my body had gotten used to eating in a calorie deficit, so me eating a lot of food, it kind of was like impossible because my stomach could only hold so much food because of how I would eat. I weighed 146 in November of 2023. So my mom was like, what? Not just my mom, everybody was like, you look good, don't lose no more weight. But I don't see what everybody else see in the mirror. I feel like when people tell me I'm really skinny, they be overdoing it, they be over exaggerating. I feel like there's more work to be done. Currently, I weigh 140 pounds, and I'm currently eating in a calorie deficit of 1,500, and I'm doing body recomposition because I want a smaller waist. Like, I lost the weight, but I want to like reconstruct my body. So I want a smaller waist, I want a little booty. I kind of lost my butt and my legs, the little butt that I did have in my legs, because I stopped going to the gym, so I wasn't really working my muscles. But I recently started cycling and doing body recomp, so due to muscle memory, I do see my butt coming back, and my legs, they feeling real stiff nowadays. So I'm currently doing cycling, and I do, like I said, body recomp workouts. So I'm doing that as of now. And like I said, I weigh 140.8 pounds. I want to get to 135, and I feel like I'll be done and happy with that. So I got 5 pounds to go, y'all, and it's currently May. I want to be 135 by July, so we're gonna see if we can get to that. I feel like once you start, it's hard, but once you get into it, it becomes a habit. And once you see that you have progress, you're gonna want to keep going. Whatever makes you happy, whatever weight you are comfortable at, if you feel comfortable in your body, do not let anybody tell you differently. If you're happy with yourself and you love yourself just the way you are, which you should, everybody should love their self. I should have loved myself when I was bigger. I shouldn't have been ducking mirrors and ducking pictures, but I could have loved myself and still known that I had work to do. I look back at old pictures and old videos of me, and that's what motivates me to keep going, to keep going on this healthy journey, this fit journey. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated on Instagram and Facebook about how my health journey is going, how my body recomposition is going. I just gotta be consistent. You just have to be consistent with your diet. I recommend a calorie deficit, and you can lose weight without working out. You can lose weight in the calorie deficit. Just eat 500 calories less than you usually eat. But if you incorporate a little exercise, like do a little activity during the day, 15-30 minutes, or even doing a little walking, like you just go outside, walk up and down your driveway, walk up and down the street, something simple. Do some little exercises in your room. If you incorporate that into eating less, then I promise you, you will see a change, boo. You will definitely see a change. That's basically how I gained and lost weight. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some motivation from me, and I hope you take some of my tips, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.